Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're getting into some really profound spiritual insights from Beit Yisrael International and the Gaddi Efrayim notes on Parashat Shemot.
Yeah, and the central mission here, what they really want to get across, is that the story of Exodus of redemption is not really about plagues and splitting seas.
It's something deeper.
It's fundamentally about inner spiritual memory.
Which, immediately brings up a question. If God is everywhere, why is there an exile to begin with? Why does Israel need to be delivered?
And the core teaching is that exile is what happens when your identity becomes hidden. So deliverance starts when God sort of remembers who Israel is, which in turn awakens their soul.
So it's a spiritual wake-up call.
Exactly. And that leads us to the name. It's so critical. The sages and these sources draw on this teach that a name isn't just a tag you wear.
It's more than that.
Oh, much more. Beit Yisrael International calls it the soul's frequency, a specific channel of divine energy.
The soul's frequency. I love that framing. So if the name is our frequency, how does that change how we read the story?
Well, when God calls Israel by name, he's not just taking attendance in Egypt. He's actually retuning that frequency. He's restoring their inner resonance to get them ready for freedom.
Because without that internal shift, the external stuff, the miracles, wouldn't even matter.
They wouldn't stick. Exactly.
And this is where it becomes so relevant for you, for anyone listening. The Gaddi Efrayim notes really stress that this isn't just ancient history.
Not at all. Exile begins when we forget our name, our divine source. Redemption starts the moment we begin to remember it.
We even see this in things like this single letter added to the names of Abraham or Yehoshua.
Right. A tiny tweak to the frequency that just radically transformed their entire destiny.
So if we take that idea of inner awakening and connect it to the main event of the parasha, we get to the burning bush.
Which, according to these sources, isn't just some miracle to grab Moses' attention. It's a lesson in eternal truth.
I really appreciate how they break down the symbolism. The bush is, lowly, common.
It's just creation, mundane.
And the fire inside it is the divine revelation, showing that God's presence fills every single level of existence, even in the most ordinary things.
It's the ultimate statement of immanence, and they go even deeper. The bush actually represents 5 layers of divine revelation.
And these mirror the 5 inner powers of the soul.
Yes, the 5 stages of consciousness you need for true restoration.
Okay, so for listeners, how do these 5 layers work? What's the, the practical roadmap here?
They map onto the Sephirot. So first, you have compassion, Kised, the basic recognition that God is present in all things.
Okay.
Second is strength, Gevurah. This is the idea that God is in exile with Israel, that he suffers with us.
That's a huge concept.
It is. Third is harmony, Tiferet, which is finding that balance between the natural and the miraculous.
And the last 2.
Fourth, you have eternity, Netzach, the promise that Israel will endure. And finally, number 5 is awe, Hod. This is about holiness being preserved even in the darkness.
Represented by the thorns of the bush itself.
Exactly. The thorns don't get destroyed.
And this connects everything back to the grand mission. The Gaddi Efrayim notes explain, this mirrors the mission of Mashiach ben Yosef to reveal light inside the thorns of history.
Yes. The fire isn't there to obliterate the suffering. It's there to refine it, to illuminate the holiness that's already there.
So the burning bush becomes a mirror for every single soul. Our calling is to awaken that divine light within our own material, sometimes thorny lives.
And by recognizing these 5 inner revelations, we ascend that spiritual ladder.
So the big picture here, the main takeaway from the sources, is that humanity is basically preparing for a moment when divine unity will fill all of creation with light.
And that huge cosmic unity starts with your own inner work, with recovering your own hidden identity.
Which brings it all back to the name. And that leaves us with a pretty powerful final thought for you to consider. What aspect of your own essential name, your soul's true resonance, is waiting to be revealed right now to complete your own personal ascension?